Welcome to Cashflow Diary, a podcast where we discuss business, money, real estate, and the sharing economy. As a full-time real estate investor, entrepreneur, and all-around problem solver, I have had the privilege of developing individuals into powerful business owners. And today, the focus turns towards you. Our mission is to help you build your real estate empire by leveraging strategies to grow yourself, your mind, and your wallet. Let's get started. Any advice on how to get direct bookings? Have had a website for a while, advertise on Instagram and Facebook. Also, best way to capture visitors from the website from social media sites. Thanks. Okay, Simone, great question. The problem is you did it inverted. That's the problem. So here's I can give you the 5-minute overview. It's probably going to take me like that to be able to answer this. First of all, and again, I don't know your online marketing history at all, but here's what I know from from spending millions of dollars on online advertising, and running campaigns successfully and having some totally fail. Here's what I know. The internet is in front of a lot of individuals, and it takes a lot of money to reach a lot of individuals. Plus, it takes a significant amount of money to reach the same individual multiple times. And as humans, you must reach the same individual multiple times before your message is actually heard, let alone understood, and then comprehended so that it might be acted upon. So I hope you heard that, right? Because there's many phases that you have to go through in that relationship. So the easier way, the way that we have been doing it and the way that we teach everybody to do it is that we're using special routers that our vendor has provided. He's in the Facebook group, just tag him. Anyway, to be able to capture information from all of our guests and every guest that actually connects to the Wi-Fi. Said another way, this is the same thing that happens when you go to Starbucks or coffee houses, or anytime you go to a retail store and you ask them, hey, what's your Wi-Fi password? Anyway, they're doing the exact same thing. We're just doing that exact same thing. And from that subset of individuals, well, you then create, depending on which platform you're using, what's known as similar or lookalike audiences. And from there, that narrows down the types of individuals that you're advertising to, and then you begin to be significantly more efficient. This is something you should do long before you even start going to a Facebook or an Instagram, although they have, again, the best platforms for this. You just don't start that way. You would want to know that first. Now, that's that. When it comes to direct bookings, it becomes understanding your process, and it's about your automations, and it's about the system you have set up. For example, how do you have it set up such that do any of your guests who currently have come to you, do they know in an automated fashion how to book on their own the second time? Do they know that? Are you running any promotions for repeat guests? Do they know that? And if it's not automated, they don't know, period. And let's see, what did I say? Okay, do they know that you accept direct bookings? Do you have it automated and so that they can receive that message? And then more importantly, do you have anyone on your staff who is actively looking for those opportunities in the messages to help create that to happen? Now, those are just 3 of the things. This 4th thing is by far the best thing, and that's why I went over it in the blueprint for sure, is you've got to create situations in which you are invited into companies to get direct bookings. This is one of the biggest purposes of B&I in and of itself. And many people are like, well, I don't want to get up in the morning and I don't want to do any blah. Okay, fine. But what you're missing is direct referrals into some of the companies that you're after and that you're wondering, how can I do it without actually working? You don't. You get up, you hustle, period. And you talk to people, right? Either in the DM or in the AM at B&I. That's either way it goes. There is no shortcut there because you're trying to build a relationship with an individual of influence through what I like to call centers of influence to make that happen, right? And this is also why I like medical. I love medical because once you start to get medical people, guess what? Medical people talk to other medical people who then refer you more medical people, which is great. But if you haven't done any of those things, you shouldn't even expect a direct booking. No one knows your website exists. This is why I've said time and again, please, everybody, stop trying to make your own website. It is so not important. You can literally get to 7 figures and beyond with no direct booking website because it costs so much money to get someone to come to your website and build traffic and traction there. But everybody wants to stay focused on it because I don't know why. And then they start asking, well, what's the best campaign and what's the best this? And I'm like, you're going about it all backwards. That's not how this is going to work for you unless you just have gobs of money. Right now, be focused on expanding your footprint. That is the most important play all of us should be doing. Because right now is as easy as it's ever going to be in your geographic area to get as many locations as possible. It will get more challenging, yes. But by the time it gets more challenging, you want to understand your brand identity so well. You want to have your system so dialed in so that when you are ready to actually drive external traffic to your own website, you can do so cheaper than Airbnb or Booking.com or Travelocity or Expedia.com or Wimdu or Flipkey or TripAdvisor or wherever you're getting your customers from now. Let them spend the money right now. You build the system. You build your brand so that when someone on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever social media platform you love says, who is the go-to person for Elko, Nevada? I think that's a real place. They say you. You don't, if I could drive this home, you'd make more money. You'd keep more money. But, it is what it is. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm urging everybody to do because I want everyone here for the long term. And you're not going to be here for the long term. You're just not going to be here for the long term if you're doing things and having to run you have no idea how many experiments it takes on a social media platform to just figure out how to get one campaign to ROI and to work. It's so expensive, guys. Anyway, hopefully that answers your question. It is what it is. It's, as always, been fun talking to you guys today. We thank you for the opportunity to influence you in whatever ways that we've been able to do so. And, we look forward to talking to you again soon. Till next time. Thank you for tuning in to the CashFlow Diary podcast. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please subscribe, share with a friend, and leave a rating and a review. If you'd like to keep the conversation going, head over to CashFlowDiary.com to sign up for our email list, as well as check out all the links and resources in the show notes. Thank you again. Until next time.